Morning everyone. Today we will discuss about the fetal circulation. Before going to start fetal circulation, we will discuss about what is the normal adult circulation. This is our structure of the heart. Our heart is a hollow muscular organ. It is located in the thoracic cavity between the two lungs. It contains 4 chambers, 4 valves and 2 pumps it is having. Right side pump and left side pump it is having. Upper chambers is called as atriums, lower chambers is called as ventricles. 2 atriums and 2 ventricles we are having. Right atrium and left atrium, right ventricle and left ventricle we are having. Totally 4 chambers we are having. And coming to the valves, it is having 4 valves: tricapsid valve, bicapsid valve, pulmonary valve and aortic valve. This tricapsid valve is present between the right atrium and right ventricles. This is the tricapsid valve. And this bicapsid valve is present between the left atrium and in the left ventricles. And pulmonary valve is present between the right ventricle and pulmonary artery. This is the pulmonary artery. Here it is a pulmonary valve. Okay, this pulmonary valve is present between the right ventricle and between the pulmonary artery. And this aortic valve is present between the left ventricle and in the aorta. This is the aorta. This is arch of aorta and the ascending aorta and descending aorta will be there now. Okay. So this aortic valve is present between the left ventricle and in the aorta. Okay. Totally 4 chambers it is having and 4 valves also it is having. And 2 pumps also I told now. Okay. So one is right side pump and this is the left side pump. Right side pump, right side heart is containing deoxygenated blood. Left side blood is containing oxygenated blood. Okay. So in this right side what is happening here? Deoxygenated blood is coming from the body parts and it is entering into the pulmonary artery for the purification. That is the right side. And coming to left side, after purification the blood is again entering into the left side part. Okay. Left atrium and into the left ventricles along with aorta or blood is okay entering into our total body parts. Okay, that is the 2 pumps, right side pump and left side pump. Right side pump is having, right side heart is having deoxygenated blood, left side heart is having oxygenated blood. 2 pumps I told. Okay, now we will discuss about the how our circulation is going to be happening. Okay, so this is the superior vena cava and this is the inferior vena cava. The superior vena cava carries deoxygenated blood from our upper body parts. And this inferior vena cava carries deoxygenated blood from the lower body parts. Okay. So what is the meaning of upper body parts? Means from our head, neck, shoulder. Okay. These all are the regions. Okay. Places it is collecting the blood. Deoxygenated blood only it is collecting. Okay. And again at the same time this inferior vena cava also carries deoxygenated blood from the lower body parts. Lower body parts means our legs, genital, pelvic cavity, abdominal cavity. Okay. These all comes under the lower body parts. The superior vena cava and inferior vena cava carrying deoxygenated blood. And these 2 vena cavas is entering into this type of blood into the right atrium. Now in the right atrium, what type of blood is there? That is a deoxygenated blood is there. Now this deoxygenated blood is ready to entering into the right ventricles. Between the right atrium and right ventricles, I told one valve is there. That valve is called as tricapsid valve. Then how it is entering this deoxygenated blood into the right ventricles means when this tricapsid valve is going to be open, that time only this deoxygenated blood is entering into the right ventricles. Okay. Now in the right atrium also containing deoxygenated blood and in the right ventricles also having the deoxygenated blood. How it is entering into the right ventricles means okay, there is a opening of the tricapsid valve. At that time only our right atrium blood is entering into the deoxygenated blood is entering into the right ventricles. Now in the right ventricles also deoxygenated blood is there. Here we have to remember one thing. In the right ventricles one big artery is there, that is nothing but pulmonary artery. This pulmonary artery is starting from the right ventricles. What is the work of pulmonary artery here means it is carries deoxygenated blood into the lungs. That point we have to mention. Okay, deoxygenated blood is entering from the superior vena cava to inferior vena cava into the right atrium. This deoxygenated blood is entering into the right ventricles with the help of tricapsid valve opening. and this right ventricle blood, deoxygenated blood is ready to enter into the pulmonary artery. But here also I told one thing, here also one valve is there. Okay, so that is pulmonary valve. This pulmonary valve is present between the right ventricle and between the pulmonary artery. When this pulmonary valve is going to be open, that time only this deoxygenated blood can able to enter into the pulmonary artery. Okay, so after entering this deoxygenated blood, okay, into the pulmonary artery, this artery carries this deoxygenated blood into the lungs. Okay, we are having two lungs, right side lung and left side lung. Okay, that's why this deoxygenated blood is entering into the two sides lungs also. In this lungs only our blood is going to be purified. Okay, this system is called as pulmonary circulation. Okay, pulmonary circulation, here what is happening from the superior and from the inferior vena cava, deoxygenated blood is entering into the right atrium. From the right atrium it is entering into the right ventricles with the opening of the tricapsid valve. And from the right ventricles to pulmonary artery, this deoxygenated blood is entering with the help of pulmonary valve opening. Now this blood is entering into the lungs for the purification. This is called as pulmonary circulation. And next coming to this side, okay, two lungs we are having, two sides of blood is going to be purified. After purification, again this blood is coming back, okay, into the heart. But this time it is not entering into the right side. This is coming to the left side of the heart. This is the left side of the heart. Left side pump I told. Right side always contains deoxygenated blood. That's why we are showing with the blue color. And in this picture, this left side it is a somewhat red color. It is a oxygenated blood. This means this oxygenated blood is ready to entering into our total body parts. Okay. So after purification from the lungs, our oxygenated blood is entering into the left atrium. This is the left atrium. Okay. How it is entering into the left atrium means with the help of pulmonary veins. These two pulmonary veins we are having each side. Okay. So this pulmonary veins carries oxygenated blood from the lungs. Don't confuse here. Pulmonary artery is carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs for the purification. Pulmonary veins are carrying oxygenated blood from the lungs. Okay, now in the left atrium, what type of blood? It is a oxygenated, highly oxygenated blood is there in the left side heart. This oxygenated blood ready to entering into the left ventricles. But here also one more valve is there. That is nothing but bicapsid valve. It is also called as mitral valve. Okay. So between the left atrium and between the left ventricles, one valve I told, it is a bicapsid valve. Now in the left atrium, oxygenated blood is ready to entering into the left ventricles. Okay, but when it is entering, when the opening of this bicapsid valve, that time only it can able to enter into the left ventricles. Okay, now oxygenated blood is already entering into the left atrium. From this it is entering into the left ventricles. Now this highly oxygenated blood is ready to enter to our body parts with the help of aorta. Okay, this is the aorta. But here also one valve I told. This is the aortic valve. Okay, so this aortic valve is present between the left ventricles and between the aorta. Already our O2 blood, oxygenated blood is ready to entering into the aorta. When it is entering, when this aortic valve is going to be open, going to be contraction, that time only our oxygenated blood is going to be enter into the aorta. Okay, O2 blood is entering into the aorta. Okay, this is the ascending aorta and descending aorta also will be there. Okay, this is the first part of the aorta. This aorta is okay carrying oxygenated, highly oxygenated blood into our upper body parts. And one more descending aorta also will be there. Okay, this descending aorta is carrying okay oxygenated blood to our lower body parts. Okay, this is our normal adult circulation. Okay, so already I told already here, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava carrying deoxygenated blood into the right atrium. This deoxygenated blood is entering from the right atrium to right ventricles with the opening of tricapsid valve. In the right ventricle, one big artery is there. It is the pulmonary artery. With the help of pulmonary valve opening, this deoxygenated blood is entering into the pulmonary artery and it is entering into the lungs. After purification from the lungs, our O2 blood is entering into the left atrium, and in the left side, in the left atrium, oxygenated blood is there. This oxygenated blood is entering into the left atrium, into the left ventricles with the help of bicapsid valve opening. Now from the left ventricles, this O2 blood is nothing but oxygenated blood. It is entering into the aorta with the opening of aortic valve. And with the help of aorta, this our highly oxygenated blood is entering into our upper body parts and the lower body parts. Okay, this is the simple and very easy circulation in the normal adult. But fetal circulation is not like this. It is entirely different from the adult circulation. Okay, this is the picture about the fetus here. Okay, simply we have to remember here our fetal circulation is also called as feto-placental circulation. Okay, our fetal circulation is also called as feto-placental circulation. Why? Because it is a feto-placental circulation, means this circulation between the placenta and the fetus. That's why it is called feto-placental circulation. For this fetal circulation, three main things we need. One is fetus, one is umbilical cord, one is placenta. These three persons are playing main important role for this fetal circulation. Okay, fetus, placenta and umbilical cord. This umbilical cord is having attachment one side with the baby and one side with the placenta. It is like a barrier. It is like a mediator, it is working. Okay, so one side it is having attachment to the fetus, another side it is having attachment to the fetus. Placenta. Okay, this umbilical cord having one umbilical vein, two umbilical arteries. This umbilical cord is having one umbilical vein, two umbilical arteries it is having. Here also two umbilical arteries carries deoxygenated blood. One umbilical vein is carries oxygenated blood. I will explain in detail in this picture by seeing this picture. You can see this picture here, what you are understanding by seeing this picture. Okay, so this is the placenta. Okay, so this is the umbilical cord. This umbilical cord is having two arteries and one umbilical vein. Okay, so it is a portal vein. First you can see these pictures, and this is the inferior vena cava, this is the right atrium, this is the left atrium, right ventricles and left ventricles, and this is the aorta, ascending aorta, and this is the descending aorta, and this is the bladder, and this is superior vena cava, and this is the ductus arteriosus, foramen ovale, ductus venosus. Okay, so these all are the main parts in the fetal circulation. In this fetal circulation, main parts we have to remember